You ready, Keish? Michael, Matt, you guys are ready? Okay, we're going to stream this on Facebook in case you all have people that you want to see. Okay. On the Gary Common Council page, okay? So good evening and welcome to the Gary Youth Council inaugural 2021 swearing-in ceremony. I am Ty Atkins, Councilwoman of the 4th District and Vice President of the Gary Common Council. I also will be serving as one of your youth advisors in this inaugural year. I want to welcome you all, the Elite 8 as we call you all, as being a part of this great opportunity. Myself, along with 2 of my other colleagues, will be walking with you through this journey. And so today we wanted to give you an opportunity to kind of bask into what this great journey will be for you. We appreciate your interest, and we want you all to know that as we have the programming, this is your council. So we are here to kind of guide you. We have put together some programming that will be structured, and during the orientation process, we will get more in depth in terms of what that looks like. But we want to encourage you to be open to your advisors and let us know what will work for you, okay? As we try to mold it to be truly a youth council and not an adult council guided by the adults, a youth council guided by the adults, right? So we are going to start off our programming today. I'm just going to say for the public the names of all of the candidates in their schools, and then we will first start the program by having an address by our Gary Common Council President, President William Godwin, who is also the representative for the 1st District of the City of Gary. So first we want to congratulate the following students who are here today to be sworn in. Summer Patterson, who is a student at 21st Century. Layla Sanders, who is also a student at 21st Century. Cara Shockwell, also at 21st Century. The following students from Lighthouse: Edgar Martinez, Donna McNeil. The 2 students from Steel City Academy: Kendall Morris, Jade Bailey. And lastly, but definitely not least, the 1 student who is representing Gary Westside High School, Quincy Williams. Now we will have an address by our President, President William Godwin.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Atkins. Let's give her a round of applause. She has done a fantastic job in terms of organizing. I want to recognize our mayor, Mayor Prince, as well as my colleague, Councilwoman Linda Barnes-Caldwell, and our city clerk, Suzette Rags. I'm honored to be here. I'm thankful. And I'm happy that we're able to have a youth council. We started talking about this right around when the pandemic took over much of our lives last year, and I'm sure much of your lives in this virtual world that we now live in. And I'm glad that today we're able to be here in person, because the work that you're going to be doing over this next year is important work. I was one of those kids who in middle school and high school worked on campaigns, liked politics. I was a part of the Mayor's Youth Council in my hometown, Youth in Government, Model United Nations, all of that stuff. That's so important because it reminds us that we are part of our government, right? The government is not some sort of theoretical thing or some kind of or building or a title. It is the people, right? And we live in a government that is of, by, and for the people. We live in a representative government. And so it's going to be great for you to be able to model what that looks like. That means considering and listening to a variety of concerns and needs. That means creative problem solving, thinking about how we can fix things in a way that is equitable, that is just, and that is sustainable. So we're going to be looking forward to all of your bright ideas, to your energy. We hope to share with you. There's a lot of wisdom on our council and throughout our city and county and state and federal government, and we want to bring in people to share their insights, to share their journey, to answer your questions, to ask you questions, because it's not just a one-sided process, it's a two-way street. You're here to learn, but you're also, importantly, here to contribute, to tell us what's on your mind, to tell us how you see the city of Gary, how you see our educational system, our criminal justice system, how you see our infrastructure. Because you see things and you've had experiences that will be different than me in my 30s, and Councilwoman Atkins is in her 30s, than others who may have been around even longer. So there's a perspective that you offer as youth that's important and that's valuable. And lastly, I will say it's important for you to own your city. Own where you live, wherever that is. Many of you will go off to colleges in a variety of places. Be active there. You may find a professional career anywhere in this world, because truly the world is your pasture. And you might be involved there. But wherever you are, know what's going on, understand the issues of the day, and get involved. And it starts right here. We hope that you all will stay here in Gary, but that wherever you go in life, you will remain engaged. And so over this next year, we're going to offer you a sample of what's happening in our world, using Gary as a microcosm, as a place, as a classroom for you to learn, explore, and question. I want you to make sure you thank your parents, your grandparents, your aunt, your cousin, the friend of the family, the church member, the teacher, the principal, whoever in your life has helped you to get to this place and who will continue to be a mentor for you throughout. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing all the great work that you all will do this year. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, President Godwin. And next, we have an honor of being privileged to get some words and remarks and address from our current mayor, Mayor Jerome A. Prince.
Ooh, good evening again. How's everyone? Good. Glad that you're here. So for me, it's an honor, but most of all, I think it's a privilege to be able to address the youth of the community. As President Godwin mentioned, you know, some of our formative years, I'm certain, are what contributed to a lot of us being here today. I, for instance, definitely remember my first foray into public sector or public life, if you will. I was about 12 years old, and at that time my mother signed me up for the NAACP Youth Council. A couple of years later, I was elected president of that body, and I mention that to say that although it certainly was her idea, as may be the case with some of you, it's an opportunity that, I certainly don't look down on. It's one that I fondly remember, and in many ways, I am grateful for those very early introductions into government and public service, because I think that in a lot of ways they led to me wanting to serve later in life. Today, I'm here to not only commend you, but to congratulate you on taking a huge step, whether it was your initiative or that of your parents. In any event, you're here today, and I believe that's where it all starts. President Godwin left you a lot of sage words of wisdom and advice, preliminary advice also. But one thing I'd like to add to that is I want you to have fun. I want you to enjoy the experience. And although some of us, or most of us, most times are very serious about the work that's at hand, believe it or not, we're human, just like you all, and we realize opportunities to engage with each other and have fun. And I think that's what you should do. Lastly, I want you to know that although this is an initiative that was sponsored by the council, and rightfully so, because we have to have our future generations engaged in the everyday business if we want to see you involved at a later point. I definitely want to point out that the office of the mayor is yours as well. And to that extent, you certainly have our welcome and our urging and encouragement of you to engage with us on any level that you think. My office is open every day. It's an open door policy, and to that extent, all you need to do is call or come down, and if I'm in the building, I certainly will see you. But if not, Cynthia, who's our executive assistant, will make sure that she creates an opportunity for us to get an opportunity to engage also. From a staff or an administrative perspective, we're going to look for other opportunities to get you engaged in the entire aspect of city government. So we're really grateful that you're here today. We see a new member already ready to join you already. Come on in, guys. You're definitely welcome. But most of all, thank you for taking the challenge. Thank you for accepting it. And the last thing that I'll leave you, I know I said that a couple minutes ago, in addition to accepting the challenge and being eager to serve, I want you to view this a little bit as a responsibility. Because I think in the terms of us advancing our city, our county, our state, or even the country, we all have to recognize that not only do we have rights as citizens, and certainly we exercise that in our vote and our ability to address our government, we also should view it as a responsibility. And we all have a responsibility to be civically engaged in order to bring about the type of change that you want to see in your community. So once again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for the work that you're done already. Thank you for what you're going to do for the city. And thank you for accepting the challenge. Take care.
Thank you so much, Mayor Prince. And to Mayor Prince's point, when we do the orientation, I'm going to let you guys know how you'll be working with him. He doesn't know it yet, but you will be working with him as well as a department under his administration by the name of the Youth Service Bureau. And so we want to give you guys an opportunity to engage with that leadership and also give them insight as to what type of programming that you think will be beneficial to the youth of this community. So now it is the swearing-in ceremony. I will invite our clerk of the city, Clerk Suzette Rex, to perform the swearing-in of the students. The instructions will be after you finish your swearing-in. Make sure that you take a pause and get your picture taken, and then the first four you're going to follow and sit on this side of the council. I'll guide you, and then the additional four, you all are going to take a seat in your future seats, okay? And then we'll do the orientation after that. Clerk Rex.
Good evening. I will be very brief, but I certainly want to give acknowledgement to the council, to the mayor, to all of you as the appointees, to the guests, and to the public. It is certainly a pleasure and an honor for me to have this opportunity to be able to be a part of the swearing-in ceremony for all of the appointees. I certainly want to take this time just to commend the council for re-engaging the Youth Council as they have, and I look forward to also being looking forward to being a part of what you intend to do going forward. There were stipulations and criteria that the council used to select you. You were selected, and you are to be commended and congratulated. At this time, I will call you up individually, swear you in, and at the end of the ceremony, we will have the certificates signed and certified. The first appointee, Jada Bailey. Could you raise your right hand and repeat after me, please? I, and state your name, solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Indiana, ordinances of the City of Gary, ordinances of the City of Gary, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties as council appointee to the Gary Youth Council according to the law and to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, Constitution of the State of Indiana, ordinances of the City of Gary, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties as council appointee to the Gary Youth Council according to the law and to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Donna McNeil. Raise your right hand and repeat after me, please. And I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Indiana, ordinances of the City of Gary, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties as council appointee to the Gary Youth Council according to the law and to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Kendall Morris. Repeat after me, please. And I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Indiana, ordinances of the City of Gary, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties as council appointee to the Gary Youth Council according to the law and to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Summer Patterson. Repeat after me, please, and I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Indiana, ordinances of the City of Gary, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties as council appointee to the Gary Youth Council according to the law and to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Kara Shotwell. Repeat after me, please. I, and state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of Indiana, ordinances of the City of Gary, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties as council appointee to the Gary Youth Council according to the law and to the best of my ability. So help me God. Right, congratulations. Quincy Williams. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
So before we move on, I just want y'all to feel the vibe. Do you feel the vibe? Okay, do you understand what you have been put up to? Okay? And I do want to say, just like my colleague, President Godwin, I also, as the West Side graduate, where's Quincy at? West Side grad, okay? I did participate in the Inner City Student Council. And so one of the things that I remember, even during my campaign, this is my first term being a part of the city council, is I remember coming to the council meetings as a member of the Inner City Student Council and looking at that time, my new colleague, Mary Brown, who's sitting next to me now, and saying, oh, I remember, I hope I can get there one day. You know, like, I wonder how it feels to be in those seats. And so I hope that you can take that from me if you so choose to come back to your city or stay within your city and be a part of the magnificent change that we're working on currently and that you all can do in the future, okay? So congratulations again, Steve. Throughout the programming, the students will definitely interact with a number of the council members, but at this time, I did want to give another officer of our current council board to give some congratulatory remarks. So right now, I'm going to pull our parliamentarian to the forefront to offer congratulatory remarks to the new council members who have been appointed. Councilman Ron Brewer.
Well, good evening to everyone and to all of our new youth council that sits on the dais behind me. You all look real good up there. I can see the change happening in the next 20 years inside our city, but it looks good and looks promising. I heard a lot of different comments. I was trying my best to hurry up and get here, leaving work with an emergency that happened. But I turned on Facebook, the notice came up, and I tuned right on in. So I heard some of the remarks from our council president, our vice president, and our honorable mayor, Jerome Prince. And I just want to echo those comments there. I heard Mayor Prince say about enjoy yourself, have fun. Do just that. But learn all you can learn from us. Pull on us. Just don't take the word that you have heard from the vice president, from the president of the council, and the mayor, just words that we're just saying. We really mean those things. When Mayor Prince said, come visit him, he's in his office, he really means that. When Councilman Godwin say, whatever you need from him, he really means that. Pull on us. Get as much as you can out of us. It's an experience that you will only get once in a lifetime until you may decide on running and sitting in one of our seats. And we look forward to that day coming when we can turn over the reins to good young people that's got the knowledge and that have to, they're ready to take the city to the next level. So I just stand to congratulate each and every last one of you all. I look forward to working with you all. I said when I came on the council, that was one of our main things that we did. We put in one person at the beginning onto a youth council, and it was such a great success. We wound up putting the entire dais, you all see today, we put that together also. And that was great for those young people, but take advantage of what you have been allowed to do. Take advantage of it. It's very important. You're going to look back and say, man, that sure was a good ride. But you're making sure that other young people that look at you say, if they can do it, I can do it. And we want you all to be the lead and the example inside our city where other young people will look at them and say, if they can do it, I can do it. I congratulate you all once again, and I look forward to working with each and every last one of you. God bless you.
Thank you, Councilman Brewer. So I did want to give an opportunity, the women who have put this together, to, well, I'm a part of it, but I just follow what they tell me to do, okay? And so one of them is my colleague, the 5th District Representative, Councilwoman Linda Barnes-Caldwell, and then also we are lucky enough to have an educator on board with us as well, CEO Katisha Toney, who is the CEO of Colts, Inc. And so all three of us will be working with your students to ensure that they have a magnificent process and engage throughout the programming of the Youth Council. And so at this time, we will have remarks from both of those individuals. So Councilwoman Linda Barnes-Caldwell, if you come up first, and then Ms. Katisha Toney will speak next. Excuse me.
Good evening. Congratulations. I am so proud of you. As we went through the process and looking, I was really impressed with each of your letters of interest, your resumes, and I was like, you're going to do Gary proud. So we're ready.
Hello, everyone. Again, Katisha Tony with Coats Inc. A little bit about Coats Inc. I started that organization to create educational equity in underserved communities. So making sure that we're making a difference in our community. I grew up in Gary, Indiana, so it brings me great pride to see you young people up here today and to be a part of your growth and learning more within this Gary Council. I look forward to working with you guys and again, helping you guys be a voice for the youth in this great city. So look forward to talking with you and working with you guys in the future.
Is your mic on? Is your mic on? Is your mic on?
Yes.
Okay. So I will, we're going to have closing remarks from our president of the Gary Common Council, but before that, I actually want to congratulate the parents and the family members, because you too are in a sense sitting with your students as well. It is what you have instilled in each and one of them that allowed them to provide those outstanding answers, that allowed them to have the outstanding grades. I think no one on this dais has anything less than a 3.5. Some individuals have as high as a 4.5, and I've never seen that before in my life. So you all deserve a hand in itself for breathing life into these young people and molding them into what they are today. So I want to congratulate you guys as well. Be proud of your babies. So now, from a closing perspective, we will have remarks by our council president, and then just of a matter of logistics, after the closing remarks, you all are welcome to stay. We'll go over the orientation, in a sense, for the students, and you can watch along on the PowerPoint presentation on the screen right here. Okay? President Godwin.
Thank you, Councilwoman Atkins. To all these great council people, youth council members, I want to welcome you. Do any of you have anything you want to say? Is there any bold speaker that wants to speak? Anything you'd like to say? Your mics are hot. Always keep that in mind.
Right.
You can take it.
I'm just very excited for this opportunity, and I hope to learn a lot of things and make some new friends. So, thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Any other council members like to speak at this time? You're recognized. You are, yeah.
I would like to say that I am very blessed to have this opportunity, and I will do everything in my power to make positive changes to the city, and I can't wait to meet all y'all and talk to y'all and make a whole lot of positive changes. Thank you. Hi.
You're recognized.
Yeah, you guys-
Speak up a little bit.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Everybody here? Okay. Let's just make sure.
If you get closer to the mic, it's a little. Yep.
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. I feel like we got a lot of great advocates here. I feel that we're going to make a lot of big changes in Gary. I feel that we can. We have the stability, reliability, and accountability for a lot of these kids here. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You're recognized.
I just want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to just make change in Gary as a community, as something that we can all be proud of, because as we all know, Gary has changed a lot. But when we all have the right head on our shoulders, we can all make it better, and something that everybody can just look forward to, want to come visit, want to come do. So thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak? You're recognized.
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity, and as previous council members have said, it's going to be a great change for the city of Gary, and I can't wait to see where it takes us.
Thank you. All right, would anyone else like to speak? You recognize?
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity, and just like everybody else said, I can't wait for the change to come here because there's a lot of things on. Not necessarily all of these things that change, so I just really want to say thank you and thank you to my parents and things for doing all the tools that I've been able.
Thank you. Right, anyone else? All right. Well, again, I want to wish you congratulations. And as we do at our council meetings, I'm going to ask a question. Is there a motion to adjourn? And all of you should say, so moved. But I'm going to ask that, and then you say, so moved. Usually Councilman Brewer is always the one I can rely on to say, so moved. And if only our council members could be this, our council meetings could be this brief. So in any event, we look forward to working with all of you. And again, why don't you give your parents and supporters a round of applause. Is there a motion to adjourn? We stand adjourned. Well, not so fast. You all have orientation now.